Elon Musk's slash and burn rampage through the federal bureaucracy hasn't made the government more efficient or saved taxpayers any money, but what it has done is make Americans less safe. The federal government's DOGEification has massively weakened the safeguards we had in place to protect us from natural disasters, food poisoning, pandemics, and even terrorism. Here are just 5 reasons out of many why you should be more concerned about your personal safety in the era of Trump. Hazard number 1, unsafe food. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control estimates that 1 out of 6 Americans, that's 48 million people, get sick from food poisoning. 128,000 Americans are hospitalized and 3,000 people die. There are 31 known pathogens that can contaminate your food, including Salmonella, Listeria, and E. coli. Many of these cases are caused by improper food handling at home. You should never, ever eat that potato salad that's been out on your counter all day, but many are linked to unsafe products sold at your local grocery store. In 2024, there were about 300 food recalls according to the U.S. Public Education Fund, including frozen waffles, cucumbers, and, if you remember, boar's head deli meat, which ultimately killed 10 people. 2 agencies, the Food and Drug Administration and the CDC, work to keep our food safe. The FDA inspects food facilities for safety and supervises recalls. The CDC, meanwhile, investigates and monitors outbreaks and keeps the public up to date. Both agencies, however, have been forced to fire thousands of workers, which will cripple their ability to keep our food supply safe. And this is especially scary because we need these agencies more than ever. According to U.S. PIRG, the number of people who were hospitalized or died from tainted food doubled in 2024 compared to 2023, while the number of outbreaks increased as well. Hazard number 2, epidemics. Cuts to the CDC also mean that we're vulnerable to epidemics. CDC scientists watch for emerging diseases, they conduct vital research, and they coordinate a national response, including the development of vaccines. It's really hard to overstate how important the CDC will be if there's a potentially world-ending virus. DOGE, however, has already cut 750 workers from the CDC, and there are more to follow. This seems like an especially bad idea given the potential for viral disasters that are already on the horizon. Many experts worry that bird flu will be the next pandemic, and the nation is struggling to contain a resurgence of measles. As of the date of this video, there are more than 350 cases of measles nationwide and 70 cases of humans contracting bird flu. Public health officials are already struggling to keep up, and the loss of data and loss of vital personnel is only making things worse. Hazard number 3, nuclear accident. One of the scariest consequences of DOGE's indiscriminate firings across the federal government is the threat to nuclear safety. The United States currently holds a stockpile of 3,748 nuclear warheads, and their safety is managed by the top-secret National Nuclear Security Administration. But according to an investigation by the New York Times, more than 130 workers have resigned or been fired thanks to Trump and DOGE. These workers include 27 engineers and physicists, including workers specially trained to dispose of nuclear waste, workers who are building on reactors for nuclear submarines, and scientists managing the safety of a Texas plant that was manufacturing nuclear warheads. The loss of these workers is not only a threat to public safety, but to national security as well. Among the countries that have become much more aggressive about their own nuclear programs are Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. Any weakness in our nuclear program is automatically an advantage for them. Hazard number 4, severe weather. Thanks to climate change, we're seeing a lot more climate disasters. In 2024 alone, according to government data, the nation experienced 27 climate disasters that cost more than $1 billion each. This includes floods, droughts, wildfires, and hurricanes. From just 2020 to 24, the nation experienced nearly 4 times as many natural disasters as it did during the entire decade of the 1980s. Accurate forecasts are crucial for saving lives. Forecasts predict the paths of hurricanes, for example, so people can evacuate safely and local governments are prepared. Trump and DOGE, however, are decimating the National Weather Service. Already, hundreds of forecasters have been fired and an additional 1,000 could soon lose their jobs. The result could be the loss of lives. Hazard 5. Terrorism. Thousands of agents at the FBI and the CIA work tirelessly behind the scenes to keep us safe from terrorism, both here in America and abroad. They monitor threats, prevent attacks, and prosecute the bad guys. But Trump and Musk together are working to undermine this crucial defense. DOGE is forcing both agencies to fire thousands of agents, and Trump is wreaking his own form of retribution on the FBI. He's asked for the names of about 4,000 agents who helped to prosecute the January 6th Capitol riots. presumably so he can fire them all. The FBI has already scaled back its operations and will only become more vulnerable as time goes on. Firing so many agents is also a colossal waste of resources. Each FBI agent, for instance, costs the nation about $300,000 to train, according to the FBI Agents Association. The federal government is easy to vilify because so much of what it does is invisible. When the federal government is doing its job, bad things aren't happening. And that's why it's also so easy to take the government for granted. Now, thanks to Trump and Musk, the armies of federal workers who keep us safe are vanishing. And the threats our nation faces are only multiplying. The billionaires can use their money to insulate themselves from disaster, but the rest of us are on our own. I'm Ann Kim, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.